Hi there, Karen here. Hope everything's well with you guys. I'm here with Whiskey Tower, who is my little partner. He's doing just fine. He's a little chillier than usual, but he's got that nice coat, nice soft coat. There's no heat in my place, just one more aggravation. Gotta tell you, wow. So cold. I wrote a blog today. That I want to talk to you guys about because it's a topic that's very close to my heart, because I can identify with just about everybody that's involved in it to some extent. I called the blog "She ODs All the Time and She Lies," and I put that in quotes because that is not a title that I wrote, that's a title that I'm quoting, so I'm using quote as a title. This was one of the Facebook responses to a woman who posted a suicide statement on the social networking site. Her name was Simone Back, and you guys might have seen it in the news already, that she had left a message on her Facebook which said, "Took all my pills, be dead soon, so bye-bye everyone." She died, the article said, and nobody helped. What a sticky topic this is turning out to be. And I've got friends who have had loved ones who have committed suicide. I have personal friends who have committed suicide. I have family members who have attempted it. I have attempted it. It's a very serious topic. Nothing funny or sarcastic about it. It's a pretty brutal topic. But this particular one's turning out to be a really sticky topic. The article had also said that one user replied, calling her a liar who overdoses all the time, while another said it was her choice. This woman, Miss Back, this Simone Back, she's 42 years old, is thought to have been dying of an overdose as the messages were posted on Christmas Day. For so many reasons, it just doesn't get any sadder than this. It's a sad ending. It's a horrible ending. I hate reading endings like that. I'm overcome by so many emotions that I had to actually detach myself. Very difficult to do, long enough to take a really good, hard look at this situation to see what's really happening. Where I feel a little bit caught is that the health of our friends and our fellow citizens, to me, is everyone's responsibility. And the notion that a woman who's 42 years old is responsible for her own choices, that's the other side of it, where I'm caught. What I feel is missing in this whole conversation, and the things I'm seeing on the news and the things I'm seeing in the articles, what I feel is really missing is the part where we're not dealing with a stable adult here. We're dealing with someone who is unstable. This has not been put at the forefront of this. We have people saying, "Oh, she's old enough and making her own choices." And then we have other people who are like, "Oh yeah, but she was a liar. You couldn't take her seriously. She'd cry wolf all the time." That seems to be the extent of it. Nobody is concentrating on the fact that this person was ill. That's not even at the front of it. So when this person who responded said, "She ODs all the time and she lies," it might seem really reasonably easy to dismiss the statement that Simone said on her Facebook, that I took all my pills, be dead soon, so bye-bye everyone. This girl seems to be offering some light, right? Some insight, I should say, to the situation. She ODs all the time, she lies. The problem I have with this response is she's stating the obvious. When a situation is like this, how can you state something so brutally obvious? To me, the problem I have is that she states this brutally obvious and was actually the answer to all of this, not the excuse for no response. My response is, she ODs all the time, and lies, okay. She's sick and need help, then she needs help. Just to come on there in a gossipy fashion, to think you're informing people of something they didn't know about Simone. Oh, okay then. Well, she ODs all the time. She lies. Oh, well, okay then. That's all of our excuses for not taking her seriously. If someone out there thinks ODing all the time, that statement, is on the same level as stealing cars or sleeping around, then we seriously need to take a look at what they're saying. ODing all the time is time for an intervention to happen. This is not dismissal. And lying, she says, oh yeah, and she lies. Oh my God, who doesn't, Who doesn't? I'm sure she was trying to say that, she lies and therefore we can't take her seriously. But lying in itself is another sign of sickness, is another sign of something deeper going on. So she ODs all the time and lies. Talk about fluffing it off. Talk about really fluffing it off. It's really upsetting. It's really awful. To me, healthy-minded adults absolutely are responsible for making poor choices. Like in cases where they're selfish, where people are just really, really selfish, yeah, they are responsible. You're responsible for the choices you make. If we choose to go sleep around on our spouse, we're making a bad choice based on some mental instability, which needs addressing. If we have to lie about something to cover that up, then we must be doing something really harmful to ourselves. These things, this ODing all the time and lying, those are symptoms. She's not doing this. Simone is not doing this to get you all. She's not doing it for that reason. She's got a sickness. It's a sickness. I really think for this reason, I believe everyone needs help and everybody has the potential of being Simone back. We all have that potential of getting to that place. Now, all that being said, and I do find it upsetting, I firmly believe that friends and families can only do what they can do and should not beat themselves up from the guilt, because I've seen that happen. There's some cases in my life where people have committed suicide and attempted suicide, and I immediately beat myself up and think I should have done something. This is when we do what we can do, not ignore it or type cruel, heartless responses. I think that's a big difference between those two things. Now, for instance, the mother in this situation had heard about it when it was too late, and her mother, Simone's mother, is disabled in a wheelchair. She's limited on where she can go, how she can travel, but she could get on the phone. It was just too late. It was just a situation. Sorry, my allergies are bothering me. It's just a situation where she was just too late. So, she's probably well aware that her daughter was sick and she lied, but she did try, and it was just too late. Now, I don't, however, agree with this whole thing where Facebook has to take the responsibility of this. Although I applaud them for putting some extra things into play. Everyone's pages are semi-private communities. The user base over there is now 600 million people. It's basically just a replica of society, just in a computer. It's like kind of blaming the government for something that happened in your living room or your kitchen or something. I would hope that everyone could do their part, but the blame game is ridiculous. And every single one of us has the capability to do what we can, but I also believe knowing when to keep our mouths shut is a skill too. If you jump on a forum and tell others to dismiss a suicide note, if that's what your contribution was to the whole thing, you're adding fuel to it. You just are. And you're not helping. If you ever remember the saying, if you can't say anything nice, don't say anything at all, that does apply in some cases. Now, on the flip side, one of the reasons I am such a defender of the English language is because I believe in word power. And this is the point I want to get to today. When we learn about conflict resolution, healthy debate, and how to communicate well, we have a power to help that can equate to being fully armed. Now, what if this woman, instead of saying, she ODs all the time, she lies, could she have tried, okay guys, we need a new angle with Simone because she's had several attempts before this where she didn't actually kill herself and she is known to lie, okay? Her life is worthwhile. And if anyone can come up with a game plan based on Simone's complicated personality type, I would love to hear it. How about that? Could that have worked? People in war train all the time to get to know the enemy better before they enter the combat zone. Why don't we arm ourselves with the same weapons in peaceful resolution? Word power. If we can start with the facts instead of just reacting with our annoyance because we feel like maybe Simone personally attacked me and therefore I'm going to let you guys in on how I felt, personally attacked by her, we might be able to realize that the enemy wasn't actually Simone and her lies. The enemy is the sickness that was going on inside her head. And if your friend was being attacked, you would try to get to the attacker first. You would try to get the attacker off of them. If your friend is being attacked by depression, by suicidal tendencies, by mental illness, by other instabilities, wouldn't you want to save them from it if you could? I hate that phrase, oh, it's a cry for help, when used to describe something that Simone was doing. If somebody's crying for help and we're in a position to help, we should help. And maybe they need help getting rid of their sickness. Maybe like cancerous cells, it's just taking over their better judgment and their lies and manipulations, and their body, their lies and manipulations become their body's last resort. That's how close they are to the edge. And we don't have to bend to their every whim. We don't have to be in agreement with how they're doing things. That's being an enabler. That's not smart either. But we can recognize that they are being taken over. If you're ODing all the time, like this woman said, and lying, Simone's body was already being taken over. And it's good to recognize that. The reason I know that she was being taken over is pretty simple. Because she's dead. She died. And if death is not enough to tell you the person was fighting illness, I don't know what could convince you. Because to me, that's the ultimate. You just lost the person. If we truly feel like we have done everything we can, we should not carry the weight of someone's illness or sickness. But if we tell others, if we take it upon ourselves to go tell others to dismiss their illness, we are probably going to be left with a bigger burden than what we could ever ask for. And I'm sure that girl has a big burden on her now. The responder might have been accurate saying that she ODs all the time and that she lies, but a person who offers that isn't trying to help. They're either looking for some kind of sympathy from others or have been manipulated. Maybe she was manipulated by Simone several times and she had enough. So then she feels warranted in the reaction, but it's not a helpful response. And it could have been worded in such a way to educate others and get Simone the help. I think that both could have happened with a little bit of word power and some insight and some intelligence. If you ever wonder how to deal with things like this, the internet has all sorts of ways that you can help. You can even ask other friends how to properly respond. And if somebody tells you to dismiss it, ask somebody else until you find someone who both respects some kind of word power and is interested in finding a solution. Again, we are adults and we can't save everybody, everyone that's out there, but we can certainly try based on being well informed and well equipped. I signed off with a Les Brown quote where he said, "Your ability to communicate is an important tool in the pursuit of your goals, whether it is with your family, your coworkers, your clients, or your customers." I thought that's very cool. My timer's going to go off. I always set myself a little timer in case I talk to you guys for 25 minutes and don't know it. Your ability to communicate is an important tool in your pursuit of your goals, whether it is with your family, your coworkers, or for your clients and customers. What an important tool that I think we should probably be dedicating some more time to, so that in situations like this, we're armed and we can make good decisions. I know that people manipulate us, and I know that people hurt us, and I know that people cry wolf and do all these things and lie, and I don't believe that's our problem. But in a situation like this, where Simone said she took all her pills, be dead soon, how can you ignore that? And could she have worded it in such a way to educate everybody on Simone's personality type and what she has, done in the past to people, and still bring some kind of importance to her situation? And it's a very sticky topic. And I'm sure me doing this blog makes it even stickier. But there are tools that if you feel concerned, if you have somebody out there that's, cried wolf, how you want to, if you interpret it that way, or is trying to manipulate, or is trying to lie, or trying to do those things, those are just symptoms. They're just symptoms. They're not the problem. They've got a bigger problem than that I think needs attention. And maybe it's not our responsibility, but I certainly don't think that we have to dismiss them in this way. Very, very sad day for Simone's family. Very, very sad day. And I'm sure for all her friends. And probably even the ones who are sorry that they said the things that they said. But if we can prevent things like this in the future, I'm all for it. So, anyway, don't mean to bum you out with that, but I thought it was a very important topic that I wanted to cover, and periodically I will cover it just because it is so close to me, okay? So, I will check in with you guys tomorrow, and I hope everything is going fantastic in your world, alright? Till next time, from Whiskey Sour and me, rock on.